Yes, good afternoon, friends. This is Sahalsoftware College. This college gives you many services like IT services, that is information technology, Forex courses, and also we give courses in English. And this is teacher Laban Mugume from Uganda, and we are going to discuss about auxiliary verbs. This lesson is for pre-intermediate students, and I am very happy to have you here, you students of pre-intermediate students, and I hope you will understand it very well, and it will be very easy for you to understand it because it's not very hard, because I hope we can explain it very well and you understand. Now let's start with the word auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs means what? Auxiliary verbs, these are words or these are verbs that work with the main verb to make a sentence. So they work with the main verb to describe how the action is done. They work together. So they cannot work alone. When you use auxiliary verbs, they cannot work alone. It is a system. You cannot make a sentence without auxiliary verbs. Most of the times they are called helping verbs. Helping verbs, it comes from the word help. So they help the main verb to make a sentence, or without them, it's very hard to make a good sentence. Now, if we go to the definition, let's first go to definition. These help the main verb to describe action. These help the main verb, main verbs actually. These help the main verbs to describe action. Now, there are many auxiliary verbs in different tenses. Like we have 12 tenses, and most of them, they have auxiliary. So now in this lesson, you need to understand this auxiliary verb is used where? In which tense? That is what is more important. So when you know the tense, there you can use it. Now, we use mainly auxiliary verbs describing the action. We don't use them to describe adjectives. You know adjectives? I think you know adjectives. Like if I'm describing the food, I can say this food is delicious. If I'm describing it, I can say this teacher is very interesting. This teacher is very wise. This teacher is very tall. Okay, those are adjectives. But if I say, does she tall? Do you short? Never. Because I told you that these describe the what? The action. They are mainly used with action. So now, not for example, if I use do and does, these are not used with like adjectives or nouns. I cannot say, do you at home? Do they in hospital? So I cannot say it like that. So we shall see that most of them are used to describe the action, except verb to be, like was, were, and are, as we shall be seeing. So those ones, they can be used without action. Even we shall see ahead how we use all of them. Now let's go back to do and does. Now do and does, I said we use it for present simple tense. We use it in present simple tense, and we use it where there is action. If there is no any action, it's very hard to use do and does. And of course, I told you we use does to talk about he, she, it, and one name. So it is mainly used in singular. For example, I can say, does she, let me use this one, number 2, does she respect him? And when we use does, we don't put s here. We just make it the way how it is. So that one is infinitive verb. So you say, does she respect him? Does he come here every day? Does he teach English very well? Does it like milk? Does it like yogurt? Does it like, for example, if it is a cat, I don't know whether cat eats, drinks yogurt, I don't know. But I can ask, does it like yogurt? I can ask. Because I have never seen that. So now, that's how you can ask. This is for the question, but if you are giving the answer in a positive, most of the time, we don't use does. If I say, does she respect him? You can say, yes, she respects him. Most of the time, we don't repeat again, does. If you say, yes, she does respect, no. You say, yes, she respects him. That's how you can answer. So, do and does, let's first understand how they are used. They are only used in present simple. I discussed about present simple in this lesson, no, in this level. So you will check in the lessons that we covered before. Present simple, I said, talks about repeated actions, talks about fact, and talk about permanent situations. That's where you can use present simple. If you are not talking about those, then you can try other tenses, but not present simple. Now, let's finish with do and does. There is some repetition here. Sorry for that. Now, let's go to did. The word did, I told you, it mainly talks about past. And did is used mainly to ask questions, and also we use didn't in negative. And then in positive, we don't use it because we change the verb. For example, I can say, did they inform you? What's the answer? I can say, yes, they informed me. That is wrong answer. Short answer, I can say, yes, they did. So that's how you can answer it. Now, if you are asking and you want negative answer, did they inform you? You will say, no, they didn't inform me. So when we use didn't, we don't change the verb. It remains infinitive. You can say, no, they didn't inform me. Yes. Now, that is what you call did. So did is mainly used for what? For past simple. We use did for past simple. That's how we can use it. Okay, now let's go to has. Has mainly go with have. Here we are supposed to have. Yes, we have forgotten have, but it is supposed to be here. So now, has and have, they are used to talk about present perfect. Do you know present perfect? So, my friends, present perfect, they are used, or it is used to talk about actions that has not taken long time before they happened. Like, for example, most students, they like to call them near past. Near past. Because they know far and near. So, if it is near past, means not taking long time. Like, for example, it is past, but not very far. Like, I can say, I have gone. I have finished. She has left. Have you left? Yes, I have left. So when you make it like that, it means that one is present perfect. Action that has not taken long time before happening. So it does not take long time. Like if it is now, now it is, for example, at 12 p.m. Maybe the action happened at 11 a.m. That one is what you call near past, not very far. It is past but not very far. So that's where we use has and have. So we use has with subjects like he, she, it, and one name. And also we use have when we are talking about I, you, we, they, and names. Like 2 names, 4 names, as you like. So we can use have. That's why you see me here using have you left? And after have, we use verb 3, or we can use past participle. I discussed it within this level, so we will check about present perfect and how I was using past participle. I'm sure you'll understand where I have got left. So past participle, we usually call it verb 3, and it is used in present perfect to talk about near past actions. So if I say, have you left? I don't mean yesterday. I mean near, not very far. Maybe 1 hour ago, maybe 10 minutes ago, maybe 50 minutes ago. Not very far. That's how we can use have you left. If it is yesterday, I will say, did you leave? I cannot say have you left, no. Have you left, it mainly talks about near past, not very far in the past. So that is have and has. So 1, we have seen do and does for present simple. They help to describe actions in present simple. Then we have seen did only for past. It is used only in past. Action that happened and ended in the past only. And then have and has, talking about near past, not very far. Maybe 1 hour ago, maybe 10 minutes ago, maybe 30 minutes ago, but not very far. That's how we can. Not only are used for questions, just I used questions because I want to answer, and I show you how you can use the positive and negative. Then when it comes to will, of course, will goes with shall. These are used to talk about future. And also, they are also used as modal verbs. So they are both modal verbs, and also they are called auxiliary verbs. So for them, they have a lot of responsibilities. So they have a lot of responsibilities to do. Like if you are one man and you have many women, you have a lot of responsibilities. So you are like will and shall. They are used as modal verbs. Also, they are used as auxiliary verbs. So you see here, we saw them in modal verbs. Now they are also coming here as auxiliary verbs. No, you see, when we use will and shall, they are used to talk about future only. Yes, they are used to talk about future only. Not past, no. And after will and shall, you write infinitive verb. Infinitive verb means original verb. If it is go, go. If it is come, come. Not came, no. I will came, no. I will come, yes. She will go, yes. Not she will gone, no. That one is not English. It is another language, but not English. Now, if you go to will and shall, we have seen that they are used to talk about future only. They are used to talk about future. Now, those are will and shall. I think I have written an example with will and shall. If it is not there, then I will write it also, and we see how we can use it. Let me first remove. So will and shall, I can make it number 8. For example, I can say, because will can be used for all the subjects, and shall can be used if you want to use I and we only. Let me use I for shall. I can say, I shall miss you so much. I shall miss you so much. If I say I shall miss you so much, it means this is talking about future. Like if you fly to America, if you fly to Canada, I shall miss you so much. If I want to use will, because will is used for all the subjects, I can say they will arrive let me use reach. They will reach late. They will reach late. They will reach late. Late is both adjective and also it is an adverb. So there is no need for putting ly. So you can make it like that because since this is the verb and we don't usually use ly to describe the verb, so you can say they will reach late. It's okay. So this is future also. It is not talking about now. It is also describing something that will happen in future. So that's how you can make example. So that is will and shall talking about future. So that's very important really. Very, very important to know how we can use will and shall talking about future. Do and does talking about present simple. Did talking about past, and have and has talking about present perfect with past participles. Now we are moving to very interesting. These are mainly called verb to be. These ones that you are seeing, am, is, and are. These are called verb to be or form of verb to be. So this is form of verb to be in the past, and this is form of verb to be in present. Now, when we use these ones, sometimes you can use them with verbs, and sometimes you can use them without verbs, because it is a form of verb to be. For example, let me write examples. I think I have examples here. Am I your friend? So, some students, they are used to write ing with am or with is. This is not, there is no verb here. So where do you put ing, my friend? So if you use am and I, you are talking about reality. Actually, this is present simple. So we can use form of verb to be talking about present simple because you are talking about the fact. If I say, am I your friend? And for example, I can say, I am not your friend. If I say, I'm not your friend, that means it is a fact. So these ones, they can be used in present continuous with the verbs. And if you use them without present continuous, we say this is verb to be in present simple. So we shall say, I'm not your friend. This is a fact. It is not talking about now. This is a fact. I'm not your friend. Try other friends. Me, leave me alone. So that is a what? That is a fact which I told you in present simple. Now, if you go on and we go to is, I can make another example with. No, sorry, we still need this one. Is he a teacher or a student? This is also another fact you want to know. Now, I can say he is a teacher. This is also another fact. He is a teacher. So that means this is a fact. We say this is verb to be in present simple. Okay? Then are is mainly used to talk about, of course, are is mainly used to talk about plural. If I use, for example, are, I can say, we are very serious. Serious means no joking. Actually, me, I'm very serious. This is very, very serious lesson. We are not joking. This is not, we are not doing comedy. We are here to teach and students understand. And you change your life within a short time with Sahalsoftware College. We are not joking, by the way. So if I say we are very serious, this is form of verb to be, and this is present simple. We are not we are very serious. This is present simple. It is not continuous. Why? Because there is no verb. If you put the verb, then we can say we are not going to school, or we are sleeping, we are drinking water. That one we say it is present continuous. But if there is form of verb to be and there is no verb, then we take it to be reality. We take it to be the fact. So we have to understand that very well. Thank you so much. Now I am going to was and where. Was and where, those are form of verb to be in the past. I can say yesterday I was busy. Yesterday I was not around. We were busy yesterday. So we use was when we are talking about she, he, it, and I plus one name. That's when we can use was. So I can say I was not around yesterday. If I say change this one to present or change this one to today, you can say I'm not around today. I was not around yesterday. Tomorrow I will not be around tomorrow. As simple as that. English is very, very easy language, and that's why I say you have to focus in these lessons because they are very important. Now, then where, we use where when we are talking about we, you, they, those, and names, like 3 names, 2 names, you can use where. I can say Ali and Ahmed were at home. Ali and Ahmed were at home. Now this is, now at home is a noun. So this is reality. But this is past verb to be. How to use verb to be in the past. So that's how we can understand helping verbs or auxiliary verbs. When we don't use where and was, then we can use them in with the verbs. And when you use was and where in the past, you must put ing. So, but now we have used them as verb to be or as a form of verb. So, thank you so much for listening to us. This is Sahalsoftware College.